Okay. Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
So now we are going to start with a new chapter. Write down chapter 1, real numbers. Chapter 1, real numbers. Chapter 1, real numbers. So we have learned about real numbers in our lower classes, isn't it? So real numbers is collection of all rational numbers along with irrational numbers, isn't it? Rational numbers along with irrational numbers. Collection of rational and irrational numbers only you will get real numbers, isn't it? Collection of rational and irrational number together gives, we will get real numbers. Aditya S. Krishna, give an example of irrational number.
Square root 2.
Root 2, yes, root 2. Okay, what about root 4? Is it irrational?
No.
No.
4 equal to 2.
Very good. Root 4, we can take it, write it as 2. Therefore, it is rational. What about pi? Pi, the value of pi.
Irrational.
Irrational. Pi is irrational. Okay. If you take a number 2 by 3, 4 by 1, you can, numbers which can be written in the form of p by q are rational numbers. And numbers which cannot be written in the form of p by q are irrational numbers. Okay. So in rational numbers chapter, actually the first one, it is deleted. Euclid's division lemma is deleted for you. Okay. Euclid's division lemma is deleted. So we have to start with the second topic. Write the topic, fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. It's an easy chapter, children. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic.
Division algorithm is not there.
Division algorithm in polynomials, isn't it? Which one is?
I mean, this is also not division lemma.
Euclid's division lemma. Euclid's division lemma is not there.
Ma'am, you gave the definition for real numbers.
It is the collection of rational and irrational numbers. We just revised it. What is real number? It is the collection of rational and irrational numbers. So the first topic, it is not there. It starts with only from fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay, before we learn the theorem, we want to revise few terms. Okay, we are going to revise few terms. What is meant by prime number?
Numbers that are only divisible by that by 1.
By 1 and itself, isn't it? That means a number which has exactly 2 factors. Numbers which has exactly 2 factors. Which are the 2 factors? 1 and itself, isn't it? 1 and itself is called the prime numbers. Numbers which have exactly 2 factors are called prime numbers. So can you give the prime numbers from? Can you give the prime numbers? So which are the prime?
7.
7. Okay. 7 is a prime number. 13. 2. Okay. What about 17? Yes. Very okay. What about composite numbers?
Other numbers except prime numbers.
Yes. Numbers other than prime numbers. Numbers which are not prime are called composite numbers. Numbers which are not prime are called composite numbers. For example, 26. For example, 26, 35, and so on. Write this as note. Note, you are going to give the answer, okay? First one, smallest even prime number. Which is the smallest even prime number?
2.
2. 2 is the smallest even prime number. Second one, smallest odd prime number.
3.
3. Smallest odd prime number is 3. Okay, 2 we can say it is the only even prime number, isn't it? We can say smallest. In other words, we can say it is the only even prime number. What about 1? What can you say about 1? 1 is it prime or is it composite? 1 is it prime or 1 is
Neither.
composite? No, it is neither prime nor composite. It is not both. Okay, it is neither prime nor composite. Note down the next one. Third one. 1 is neither prime nor composite. Neither prime nor composite.
Ma'am, 2 is the only prime number.
Yes. It is an even prime number. 2 is the only even prime number. All the other prime numbers are not, okay, odd. 2 is the only,
Can you go top?
yes.
Can you go top?
Okay. Then write the next one. Dash is the smallest even composite number.
Ma'am, I have net problem, so can I switch off my video?
Okay, Melvin. Dash is the smallest. Dash is the smallest.
Ma'am, will you move down?
Dash is the smallest even composite number. What is the answer? What is your answer, children?
4.
Ma'am, 2, ma'am.
Composite number, not prime.
Four.
Composite. Yes, 4. 4 is the smallest even composite number. Next one. Dash is the smallest odd composite number.
Ma'am, 3.
9.
Melvin, prime composite number. Okay.
5.
Composite number is 9. 9 is the
Okay.
smallest odd composite number. Then smallest 3-digit prime number. Smallest 3-digit prime number. Smallest 3-digit
100
prime number.
and 1.
Yes? Yes, Aditya?
101.
Yes, correct.
101.
101. Okay, 101 is the smallest 3-digit prime number. Okay, all these things we have learned in our lower classes. Okay, it will be asked for 1 mark question and all. 101 is the smallest odd digit prime number, 3-digit prime number. Now, let us write the prime numbers from 1 to 100. What about the prime numbers from 1 to 100? Tell me which are the prime numbers from 1 to 100. Prime numbers from 1 to 100. Which are the
Ma'am,
numbers?
what was 101?
It is the smallest 3-digit prime number. Smallest 3 digit. Now tell me children, prime numbers from 1 to 100. Tell me. Start. If it goes wrong, no problem. We can correct it. Tell me.
2,
2, 3,
5,
5,
7.
7. Okay, this between 10 and 11, I write it on the next row. Okay, these are the prime numbers from 1 to 10. Okay, and understand so that easily you can learn it. In probability also, we need the same thing. Then 11. Then next comes
13,
13,
17,
17,
19,
19. Then
22,
Recording in progress.
23,
29,
23 and 29. In between, do you have some other numbers? Between 23 and
27.
27. 27, is it
No,
prime? 23, 29. Okay, that's all? Sure. Isn't it? You have to check only the odd numbers. No need to go for even numbers. 21, 23, 25, 27, 29. It is divisible by 3. This is divisible by 3. This is divisible by 5. So only possibility is 23 and 29. Then next,
31.
31.
33,
33 is divisible by 3, isn't it?
37,
37.
37. Then
41,
41.
43,
43.
47,
47. Then
51.
51. 5 plus 1. Isn't it 51? You look at the sum of the digits.
51 is no.
51. Sum of the digits is 6. If sum of the digits is 6 means it is divisible by 3. If sum of the digits is 6, it is divisible by 3. It is a multiple of 3. So 51 will not come. Then
53,
53.
57,
57. Look at the sum. 5 plus 7.
12,
5 plus 7 is 12. So it will be divisible by 3. Then
58,
58 even number. Even number will not come. Isn't it? Even number always. Okay. 2 is the only even prime
59.
number.
59.
59. Then
61.
61.
67.
67. 61, 67. Again, the next is
71.
71, 73, 71, 73,
79.
79. 71, 73, 79. Then
83,
83.
87,
80, 83, 87. Look at here. What is 8 plus 7? Sum of the digits.
15,
15. So therefore it will be divisible by 3, isn't it? So we'll not get. Then
89,
89,
89. Then between
91,
91.
91. Is it divisible by 7? Check it. 91. Is it divisible by 7?
yes ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So it will not come. Then 93 we will not get.
97,
Can you explain it again?
Which one? We are writing the prime numbers. Okay, we are writing the prime numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, we are writing the prime numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, so here if you take 91, 91 is divisible by 7. Is this the doubt you asked, Melvin? Okay, so say 91 we can write this as 13, isn't it? 13 into 7. So it is divisible by 7. So 91 is not prime. Sorry. Then, so 91 is not there, 93 is not there. Then what is the next possibility? Hey, Steve. 97. 97. Now count and see how many prime numbers are there. Count and see from 1 to 100. How many prime numbers are there?
25.
25. Okay, keep it in mind. From 1 to 100, we will have 25 prime numbers. Okay, total between 1 and 100, we have 25 prime numbers. Okay, in probability, you have to be, in probability this year, okay, you have probability one more chapter. There also you'll be using the same. Yes, Aditya, is it okay? Is it clear?
Sure.
Okay, so we wrote all the prime numbers. Now we are going to do the prime factorization. Write the heading, write the problem. Prime factorize the following numbers. 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 First one, 360. We want to prime factorize the given numbers. 360. So, okay. So do it in the main column itself. Don't do it in rough column. Okay. Usually whenever it is asked prime factorization and all, don't do the division in the rough column. Do it in the main column. All the calculations to be present in the main column. 360. It's being an even number, we can divide by 2. So when you divide by 2, we will get 180. Again divided by 2, 90. Divided by 2, 45. Again divided by 5, 9, 3, 3. So we can write 360 as 2 cube into 3 square into 5. Can write this as 2 cube into 3 square into 5. Two cube into 3 square into 5. Second one, try this one, 3825. 3825. 3825. Three, 8, 2, 5.
Ma'am, is it there for that MCQ?
This is from your portions, okay, real numbers. Which one you are?
5 square
Melvin?
into 3 square into
Yes, give the answer. 5 square into?
3 square into 17.
5 square into 3 square into 17. Others, please check, is it correct? Melvin, for the PT2 exam, it is not there. Okay, for the PT2 exam, you have only 2 chapters, linear equations and triangles.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, no quadratic polynomials.
No. Okay, actually that is for the second term. So, for first term portions only you are concentrating. So here you will be getting these two. Linear and so is it correct, Nirupama? Are you getting this answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is your answer? How you have written in the notebook? Give the answer. What is your answer?
3,825 divided by 5.
Okay.
725.
725.
Again divided by 5.
Okay.
145.
145. Then
Divided by 529.
is 29. So then
765 only now.
So then this is wrong, isn't it? Check your answer once again. 5 when you divide it,
65 only now.
700 and
65.
Ma'am, 765.
yes,
65.
it is 765. Check the answer, children. So if you check 765, again if you divide it by 5,
153.
1,
53.
3. So now we can't divide it by 5, isn't it? We'll be able to divide it by 3,
51.
51. Again we can divide it by 3,
70.
17.
17. So we can write this as 5 square into 3 square into 17. Okay. Next one. 5,005. 5,005.
Ma'am, is this new chapter?
Yes, new chapter, first chapter, real numbers. Real numbers. Five 5,005. Again, when you divide it by 5, we will get 1,001. Now, 1,001 we can divide it by 11.
7.
7. Okay. So 7 when you divide this,
43.
143. Then 143. Is it possible to divide by 2? 3.
Thirteen.
13. 143. Yeah. If you divide it by 13, you'll get 13, 1, isn't it? So we can divide it by 13, we get 11. So 5,005, we can write this as 5 into 7 into 13 into 11. In other words, we can write, some of you will be writing like this, 7 into 11 into 13. Only the arrangement is changing, isn't it? Only when if you prime factorize, the same numbers only we get. Only the arrangement will change. Okay, if you take the if you take this number 5,005, when you prime factorize it, the prime factors are 5, 7, 11 and 13. These are the only prime factors. Okay, the arrangement may change, but the numbers are always same. So now we are going to learn the theorem. Write the heading, Fundamental Theorem of Arithmetic. We are going to learn one theorem. Learn the theorem by heart. Fundamental Theorem of Arithmetic. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Okay, so fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So the theorem says, okay, the theorem says like this: if you are given a composite number, suppose you are given a composite number, we can prime factorize the composite number. Okay, every composite number can be expressed as product of primes. If you are given a composite number, we can express it as product of primes in a unique way. What is in the unique way? We can express it as a product of primes in only one way. For example, if you take 6, if you take the number 6, 6 can be written as 2 into 3. Okay, some of them will be writing this as 3 into 2. This is the only way. Only the order will change. Okay, every composite number can be expressed as product of primes, and this factorization is unique. This factorization is unique, means we will be able to write it in only one way, apart from the order in which it occurs. Apart from the order in which it occurs. Only the order will change. Okay, so fundamental theorem of arithmetic says that, write down the statement, children. Every composite number can be expressed. Every composite number can be expressed as product of primes. Every composite number can be expressed as product of primes, and this factorization is unique. And this factorization is unique. And this factorization is unique apart from the order. Apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. Apart from the order in which the prime factors occurs. Only the order will change. Only the order will change. Okay, only the order will change, but the numbers will be same. For example, if you take 32 when you prime factorize, if you take 32, I think only 2 only you'll get. You take 35 if you prime factorize it, it is 5 into 7 or 7 into 5, isn't it? Only the order will be changed. But look at this, only 5 and 7, no other number is there, isn't it? So every composite number can be expressed as product of primes, and this factorization is unique. That word you underline, it is unique. It can be expressed in only one way, except the order, apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. Only the order may change, but the numbers will be same.
Ma'am, we should learn this by heart.
Yes, yes. Okay. Right, the next one, children. We are going to learn how to find the LCM and HCF. Okay. We are going to learn how to find the LCM and HCF. What is LCM? LCM means lowest common multiple, isn't it? It will be multiple. Multiple means either bigger than the given numbers, isn't it? What about GCD or HCF?
Highest common factor.
Highest common factor. That means It should divide the given numbers, isn't it? Highest common factors means it should divide the given numbers. LCM means lowest common multiple. Multiple means it should be the multiple of the given numbers. Okay. So let us do some question. Write this. Try this. Write the question. First, find the following. Find the following. Okay. First one, LCM of 2, 2. Find out these answers. Yes, Johan, Pratyush, Meghna, turn on your video. Haya. Children, please turn on your video. All of you. Aman. Aman, give the answer for the first one. What is the LCM of 2, 2? What is the LCM of 2, 2? Yes. How will you, okay, lowest common multiple of 2 and 2. Aman, what is the answer, Aman? 2 itself. Okay, if the numbers are same, LCM will be 2. Aditya, what is the LCM of 2 and 6? What is the LCM of 2 and 6?
Ma'am, 3 and 2.
LCM of, it should be multiple of these two numbers. Okay, we should get a number which is a multiple of 2 and multiple of 6. So which is the number? Lowest multiple of 2 and 6.
3 and 1.
Yes. 3 and 1, no. How will you find LCM? It is a
2
you
and
should-
1.
3 and 2.
multiple,
Ma'am, 2.
3 and 2.
which is the lower. Okay, we'll get only one answer, not 2 and
Ma'am,
1 and
12.
all.
Ma'am, 2 only.
Ma'am,
It is
12.
6.
6.
It is a multiple. Look at here. 12 is a multiple, but which is the lowest multiple? 6. Okay, not okay. 12 is a multiple. So many multiples are there. Multiples means, look at here. It should be, if you take 6, okay, this is coming in the multiple. Which number comes in common for these two? If you take 2, the multiples of 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like that it goes on. If you take 6, the multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, and so on. So, which is the common multiple? We will get so many common multiples. 6 is a common multiple, 12 is a common multiple, Like that you will get 18. But which is the lowest common multiple? It is the 6. What about LCM of 2 and 3?
3 and 6.
What is the LCM of 2 and 3? 6. It is 6. It is 6. LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. How? You write the multiples of 2. You write the multiples of 3. Which number is coming first? That one will give the LCM. Lowest common multiple. Look at here. Here, 2 and 3, are they co-prime? When will you say number is co-prime? When will you say number is co-prime? What is meant by co-prime? If, okay, two numbers A and B are said to be co-prime if they have no common factor. Okay, if they have no common factor, then we say it is co-prime. So, A and B are said to be co-prime. Look at here, is there any common factor here? No. If there is no common factor, LCM will be product of the numbers. What is 2 into 3? 6. If there is no common factor, then we can say it is co-prime. In that case, LCM will be product of the numbers. What about LCM of 5 and 10?
10.
It is 10. 10. What about LCM of 16 and 15? No common factor. If there is no common factor, what is the LCM?
240.
15 into 16, which is
240.
240. So this is about LCM, isn't it? Now what about HCF? Highest common factor. Factor means a number which should divide both the numbers. Highest common factor. What is HCF of 2, 2? Which is the highest number? That one will divide both the numbers. It should divide both the numbers. HCF of 2, 2 is 2, isn't it? 2 is the only number which divides both. What about the next case? What is HCF of 2 and 6, Meghna? HCF of 2 and 6. Yes, it is 2. And Mary? Yes, correct. And Mary? HCF of 2 and 3.
1.
1. Very good. Okay, noted children. If HCF is 1, then the given numbers are co-prime. Then the given numbers are said to be co-prime. If HCF is 1, then the given numbers are said to be co-prime. Write down this, note down these points. Okay, if HCF is 1, then the given numbers are said to be co-prime. If the numbers are co-prime, LCM is equal to product of the numbers. Okay, if the numbers are co-prime, then LCM is equal to product of the numbers. They have no common factor. So in that case, LCM is equal to product of the numbers. What about the next one? HCF of 5, 10. 5. What about the next case? HCF of 15, 16.
1.
1. Whenever HCF is 1, it is co-prime. HCF is 1.
What is co-prime?
Co-prime means no common factor. Okay, HCF, if the highest common factor is 1, then we say the numbers to be co-prime because they don't have any common factor in common, no common factor. 1 is the only common factor. If HCF is 1, then the numbers are said to be co-prime. If the numbers are co-prime, okay, if the numbers A and B are co-prime, then LCM is equal to A into B, product of the numbers. If two numbers are co-prime, then LCM will be A into B. LCM will be same as product of the numbers. LCM will be same as the product of the numbers. Okay, now listen children. Okay, now listen. Whenever we find the LCM, look at here. Whenever we find the LCM, look at the numbers. Compare it. This is 2, 2. We get 2. Listen. Don't write. First listen. LCM of 2, 2. LCM of 2, 2 is 2. What is LCM of 2, 6? Are you getting a number which is greater? Okay. Are you getting a bigger number?
No.
Is it 2 and 6? Which is bigger? 6, isn't it? So whenever we find LCM, we should get a number greater than the given numbers or the greatest among the given numbers. Okay, look at the next case, 2 and 3. What is the LCM? 6. You are getting a number which is greater than the given numbers. It is a multiple. Multiple means you should get a given bigger number, not a smaller number. Okay, so suppose the question will be like this. LCM of 18, 24 is 20. Is it possible? LCM of 18, 24 is 20. No. Why? Whenever we find a LCM, it should be greater than the given numbers, or among these numbers, the greater one should come as LCM. Among these numbers, the bigger number should come as LCM. You will not be getting a number which is smaller. Okay, so it is not possible. Okay, look at here, 5, 10. Which is, what is the answer here? We are getting 10. Which is one of the greatest numbers here. Among these two numbers, this is the greater. Look at the next case, 15 and 16. Answer is 240, which is greater than the given numbers. So LCM means lowest common multiple. We should get a number which is bigger number. What about the next case? Look at the HCF. Look at the HCF. Highest common factor. Factor means it should divide, isn't it? It should divide the numbers. That means we should get a smaller number. We should get a smaller number. Look at here. HCF of 2, 2, it is 2. HCF of 2 and 6. Look at here. We get a number which is smallest of these two numbers, isn't it? Among 2 and 6, which is smaller? 2. Now look at the next case, 2 and 3. We get a number 1, which is smaller than the given numbers. Okay, whenever we find LCM, we should get a number which is greater than the given numbers, or it should be one among the greatest. That means it should be the greatest among the given numbers. But in HCF, we will be getting a number which will be smaller than the given numbers, or smallest among the given numbers. Okay? HCF means highest common factor. So it should divide. So if it is greater than the given numbers, it will not divide. So we want a number which is smaller. Factor means it should be a smaller one. That word you have to keep it in mind. Again, LCM means multiple. Multiple means it will be greater. Okay? Okay, children, with this I conclude. So in the next class, we'll learn all the prime numbers and all the prime numbers. Okay, we'll be learning how to find the LCM and HCF, and we'll be learning what is the relation between LCM and HCF and all. Okay? Okay, children, with this I wind up. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.